I'm Uncle Joel with Pin and Reel, and today I want to talk to you about Ridley Scott's Alien movies. The Alien franchise has had difficulty for many years. Whether it's lackluster sequels, poorly executed crossovers, or significant diversions and unexpected prequels, something has been off. Not all of these films have been entirely bad, but they've certainly left a lot to be desired. So what have they gotten wrong? Leaving aside for a moment some poor storytelling in some, and some poor filmmaking in others, I think the core issues can be easily traced back to the root of the series. You see, the Alien franchise, at its core, is a horror series, plain and simple. Trade in demons for aliens, and you've got all of the core elements. The unknown enemy, everyone constantly on edge, the threat of death at any moment, and a consistent element of surprise, as the unexpected is the rule of the day. And like all horror movies, they thrive on one consistent element: the fear of the unknown. As with any horror, the less you know, the more frightening it is. Point in fact, the more information you are provided, the deeper the viewer's understanding, the less frightening it becomes. The enemy you know is never as scary as the enemy you don't. The xenomorphs are at their most frightening when they lurk in the shadows, when they're bursting from people's chests, when they are the unseen threat that can strike from literally anywhere. They seem unstoppable, an impossible threat with no clear solution. But when you delve into their mythology, explain where they come from, it strips away that unknown element and grants a sense that these are things that can be defeated. This means that the solution for making another good Alien movie is simpler than it seems. Less lore, more gore, and horror. Give us a bloody, terrifying tale of aliens hunting a group of humans in impossible circumstances. A heavy emphasis on the desperation of their plight is essential, building tension and showcasing that no character is sacred. Anyone can die a gruesome, horrific death at any moment. There is no need for delving into origins or anything like that. In fact, it would be better if they don't. It's possible to play with things so that it isn't simply more of the same, but do so carefully. Introduce new aliens with different horrific elements, or variations of xenomorphs as they did in the second movie with the addition of the Queen. The point is to showcase that the universe is a dark, horrific place, with death looming around every corner. Humanity is the only bright spot in this horrific world, if they choose to be, which they so often do not. If they want to play with variations on the theme, that's all well and good. Give us an alien threat that somehow finds its way onto a human colony, showcasing the threat these creatures can truly be. Or maybe we have humans exploring ancient ruins, with the xenomorphs hatching with the promise of prey showing itself. The setting can change, and thus provide a different approach to the horror, but the focus needs to remain on man versus a terrifying, superior, unknown threat. While I am not opposed to lore of some sort, I think it should be minimal, presenting as many questions as it answers. I don't ever want to know the origins of the aliens or the engineers. I want to see more presentation of engineer corpses and the xenomorphs that burst from their chests. I want to see evidence of an alien homeworld, which mankind investigates in order to wipe them out, only to discover it is actually the homeworld of another highly advanced alien race that was wiped out by the xenomorphs. Showcase the xenomorphs as the great plague of the universe, this relentless swarm that adapts to whatever is thrown at them and somehow manages to find its way from world to world. And at all times, double down on the horror. I don't want anyone ever feeling safe, not without it being a false sense of security or a very momentary reprieve. I want unexpected breaks in peace as defenses are broken. Show the aliens as intelligent, working around barriers and finding unexpected ways in. I want there to be the constant feeling that everything could go horribly wrong at any given moment. Give me plenty of acid melting people, chests bursting, high body count, limbs torn off, holes punched through bodies, xenomorph inner mouths ripping through people. It needs to be horrific, frightening, and unsettling. Not gore for the sake of gore, and not necessarily overly bloody, but terrifying in all of the ways things could go wrong and people could die. I truly believe that a heavy emphasis on fear without focusing too much on lore is necessary. Go back to the series roots, where the movies didn't get too deep into all of that background stuff, but rather just showed us interesting characters battling against impossible odds, and an enemy they neither understood nor ever truly hoped to combat. In the second movie, someone mentioned getting out and nuking the entire site from orbit. That needs to be the desperate desire of every character, and that needs to be the feeling the audience has as well. But what do you think? Do you feel the lore from movies like Prometheus and Alien Covenant add significantly to your experience of the series? Would you like more lore? Or would you prefer a return to form, where you're less concerned with thinking about history and more concerned with making it out of the situation? Are there any story points you would like to see happen in a future movie? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you think. And until next time, this is Uncle Joel saying, stay tangible.